Hey my pretties, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be reviewing this Melody Susie nail dust collector, and it says make beauty a new smart. So let's go ahead and get it open. I like the way that it comes packaged. The box is not like a thin box, it's a really thick, sturdy packaging. So I feel like it was protected well during the shipping. Give me a minute, let me get in here. And so I'm going to be completing a set on my client today and also reviewing this nail dust collector. The collector comes with a user manual. It comes with the collector itself and also a power cord. So I'm just removing this and then we're going to see what this is looking like over there. Okay, I chose white because of my nail studio colors. And this is very compact, I feel, not too big and bulky. And it has a filter here. This little piece is removed so that you can change the filters out. It's removable, rather. I think it's cute, but we'll see how well it works. And this is where you plug the power cord in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip through this owner manual real quick, just so that I'm using this nail dust collector per the instructions of the manufacturer. So we'll be right back in a few seconds. Okay, so I have one of my faithful clients, Adriana, here with me today. She is getting a full set. And I have already begun her prep, and I want to make sure that I do use this dust collector anytime I'm filing or e-filing, because I want to get the true effect of it. I want to see how much dust collect, and my nail studio is freshly cleaned, so I figured that I chose to do this review at a great time. Therefore, so if I see any dust on anything, I know I just cleaned and wiped down everything. I'll be able to see how well this dust collector works, rather. But I'm using a new sanding band on Adriana today. She has not sensitive nail beds, but I do have two clients that do have sensitive nail beds whose nails are kind of thin, especially around the cuticle area. And so I chose these particular sanding bands to try out on these two clients to see if they were a little bit less abrasive on their nails than the other sanding bands that I previously had. So the pink ones that I'm using today, I did order those from Amazon. You can pick those up there. I don't remember the name, but I will put the link for the pink. Well, you know what, you guys, I'm not going to even share the link for these pink sanding bands because I was not really pleased with the sanding bands due to the fact that this is like the third time I've used them. But I'm not really pleased with them due to the fact that the sanding bands are like breaking apart where they're wrapped. You know how the sanding bands are wrapped? They're breaking apart. So I'm not really pleased with that, but I think they are a little bit less abrasive on my client's nails. But I just need to find another vendor with the same grit sanding band as these right here. So I'm not going to put the link in the bio. In the description. But this video is about this Melody Susie dust collector. And so far, so good. As you can see on camera, you don't see any, a lot of dust in the air, flying in the air, which sometimes on camera, when you're not using a dust collector, you can see the dust particles in the air, on film. But in this particular film, I'm not seeing the dust in the air, the dust particles in the air. So for number one, I think that's good. I'm also not seeing any dust from the my client's nails or from the sanding band, because your sanding bands do give off dust as well. I'm not seeing any. If it was by my things being white and gold, I would be able to see it on this dust collector, and also like on my tabletop or in my lap, and I'm not really seeing any dust. I believe that this dust collector is actually sucking, doing its job. It's sucking all the dust into this little capture chamber here. So I'm thinking it's working pretty well, and I just started. So we'll see, by the end of the set. But my client is kind of in between what she wants on her nails, and she's kind of rushing me, so movements may be thrown off a little bit during this video because she's trying to get to work and she only had a small amount of time. I do ask my clients not to book if they don't have time to get their nails done. I mean, it's just simple as that. I love what I do, and my work speaks for me, and I just be wanting to make sure that I do a great job and I'm not rushed, through the process, so that when you leave, you're pleased with it and I'm pleased with it, and my work is being displayed as I would like for it to be displayed. But I'm just taking this needle bit right now and cleaning up a little bit more around her cuticles. And you guys, I really don't see a lot of dust. And I did have a couple of followers ask me, a couple of subscribers asked me earlier on, like it's been about a couple of months ago, what type of nail dust collector I used. And at the time, I really wasn't using a nail dust collector. So I couldn't give you guys any advice on like which one to choose, honestly, because I hadn't at that time tried out many dust collectors. But as of right now, this Melody Susie one is working really, really well. By now, I would have like a lot of dust up my arms, and like y'all literally be covered in dust. It's in my hair, it's up my arms, it's like all over my clothes, which I do tend to wear an apron most of the time. The only time I really don't have an apron on is when I sit down to do my clients' nails and I'm in a hurry and I forget to grab my apron. But if I'm not, like on a regular day, on regular basis, I have my apron on and I'm usually covered in dust. When I'm filing or drilling, I typically spread a towel where on top of this gold mat here, but y'all, I just dusted the table and there is literally no dust on the table. So I am pleased so far. Like I keep saying so far because you never know what'll happen next, and when you're trying out a product. But so far I am pleased. Okay, y'all. So I have already applied Adriana's nail tips, and I am taking this sanding band and flushing the nail tip even with her natural nail. It buffs it up and it creates a illusion of growth where the nail tip is connected to her natural nail, and it makes it look really, really natural. So it's I skip this step every once in a while, but only if I'm doing something that's not transparent. Anytime you're doing a transparent set, like I would suggest, it's not that you must do it, but I would suggest that you go ahead and flush the nail because it gives you the illusion of the natural nail. So I still don't see any dust. Oh, real quick, something that I do want to tell you about this Melody Susie dust collector. It's not very loud. It's really quiet, you guys. It's like a low humming sound that puts you in the mind of like maybe a table fan or something like that, like a little desk fan. And it's not worrisome at all. It's very quiet, and it doesn't vibrate or anything like that. It just sits there and like really just takes in all of this dust, and I'm really impressed with it so far. My client is happy. She usually has a lot more dust on her as well. But as you can see, the cleanup after I just got finished filing her nails was just simply me brushing the top of the nail, the top of the dust collector off, and that was it. There's literally no dust anywhere. So now I'm just cutting her nails to the desired length that she wanted. And she was so indecisive because this is one of my she wears long nails. So this is one of my long nail wearers. But she recently started taking clients and braiding hair. So she has to go really, really short in order to be able to braid her clients' hair. So this was a very difficult process for her. However, we did get through it. But she kind of broke down periodically because she loves her extremely long nails. She wears like XX, like 2X, XXL nails. And I really enjoy doing her long nails. So this was something different for both of us. I honestly did not want to cut them that short at all. But she still went longer than what I expected her to go because I thought she was going to go a little bit shorter than that. But you can purchase this Melody Susie drill directly from Melody Susie, or you can go online at Amazon.com and purchase it there in the Melody Susie store. I will have a discount code for you in the description box and a link to where you can go directly to the product and purchase it. So look for that in the description box. And you guys, during this process with me filing her nail tips, I actually forgot to pick up my nail dust collector and put it back up there. It's like we are creatures of habit. I'm like, and I didn't even realize it until I got ready to edit the video. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to pick the dust collector up and put it back on the tabletop. So I'm brainstorming a way that I can use my dust collector stably and, without having to pick it up every time I get ready to use it. So I'll see what I come up with. However, right now I'll just be, taking it and putting it on the table and then removing it when I'm done using it. But I just got to get in the habit of using it because I did forget right here. So y'all forgive me for forgetting to pull it back out. And I'm just shaping my client's nails now. She wanted really like square nails. And so I'm just going down the side walls, taking a little bit off and making sure that it's lined up with her natural nail bed. And then filing the ends, evening that up to make sure that the ends are really straight and uniformed. And just a little dust off. Even though I forgot to get the drill, I didn't have much because I used the drill for the entire prep. So it wasn't too bad. Okay, so my client is still so indecisive, y'all. She's trying to pick what color she want. And so I'm just here for it. I'm just here for it. Like, you have to have patience. Nails are so relaxing to me, though. Nails are so relaxing. Just the whole process of laying the acrylic and just having the ability to create something, it's very satisfying to the soul. Okay, y'all. So Adriana is having a difficult time choosing what she wanted today because she don't really like little bitty nails. So she finally chose what she wanted on these itsy bitsy tiny nails, and that was a white and a one glitter nail and then one designer nail. The designer nail that she chose is Prada, and she only wants just like one Prada sticker on each nail. And she chose the OMB, it's the white and chisel, and then she chose the Glam and Glitz rose quartz for her glitter nail. We also are using the C&D retention monomer, which is tried and true. I veered off from my monomer once. It was a disaster. My clients' nails were lifting and everything, and I had to go back to what I knew. I'm gonna stick with what I know. So I will not be veering off the path of my monomers anymore. Okay, so we'll be using the Macart primer and dehydrator today. I'm going in with the Macart dehydrator first, making sure that her nails are dehydrated fully. And once they Once you see that they ash over, then you go in with your primer. And for some reason, y'all, I like the way they smell. It's a different smell. Some people may not like it, but I like the way these they smell. Both of them smell different. It's a different smell, but the smell is different in itself. So now I'm just going in with the primer, making sure the entire nail surface is covered. Sometimes I go down on the nail tips and put a little bit on the nail tips, depending on how much I flush the nail tip. I put a little bit of primer on there as well, just for like a little added security, you know. So let's go ahead and get this thing popping. We ain't got all day. We got stuff to do today. Adriana has to go, you know, where she has to go, and I got to go where I got to go. So I'm trying to get done. But she is rushing me, you guys, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, but I feel like monomer is the most important thing. Like when it comes to nails, I feel like your monomer and your acrylics are the most important thing. And your monomer really it what should I say? It determines how you pick up your bead, how the bead forms, how well it mixes with the powder, the release of the bead on the nail, how you form the nail after the bead has been released to the nail. All of that is determined by like the monomer you use, as well as your technique. But the monomer like is really, really important, because you can have good technique and bad products and you still not get the out you can get the outcome, but you want get the quality that you know what I'm saying, that you should have. You won't get the quality, because you know, you can create a set of nails like out of dollar store products and stuff like that, but it just won't be the same quality. Like I'm thinking about longevity, and I'm thinking about durability and stuff like that. So I had to go back to my tried and true C&D retention monomer, which is what I started with, and it's what I love. Like I love it. So I changed my monomer recently, but I went right back to my C&D because my clients was having a few problems with their nails, and I wasn't pleased with that. You know, so I am the brand of my business, and so you want to make sure that you're representing your brand in the best way. So you want to make sure you have, the best products, especially when you're charging a premium price. You want to make sure that your clients get a premium service, and I do my best to offer a premium service. That is the goal. That is the goal. I hope you guys have been having a good summer. I've been having a great summer. Actually, I've been doing a lot of things. I'm getting ready to move my salon suite out of my house into a actual salon suite. I've done it before. It's not something that I haven't done before, but I'm gonna do it again. I did it before, but I'm gonna do it again. So you guys be looking for the location. I did change up my Instagram name. I have two pages on Instagram, a personal and a business page. So I'm doing some rearrangements and some moving around with that also. So if you're looking for me on Instagram and you can't find me, my Pretty Nail Notes page has changed its name for just temporarily, because it's under construction. So until I'm able to get my page presented the way that I want it to be presented, it may be a little difficult for you to find me. But if you use my hashtags, Pretty Nail Notes, you shouldn't have a problem locating me on Instagram. Or you can also locate me on my personal page, which is prettygalore.77. And that's prettygalore.77. So just keep that in mind. And it's just temporary. It's just temporary. And I'm not changing my name. I know I had asked you guys about a month ago or so about, what did you think about me changing my name? And the return that I got from you guys was like, no, you love Pretty Nail Notes and what it meant. So I am not changing my name. I'm just going through some reconstruction on Instagram. And Pretty Nail Notes will be together here shortly. So I'm just asking for your patience in that matter. And you guys are always patient with me. I love you. I love you all. I have some great, like I have to say, I have some great subscribers, some great supporters who love me and who show their love and support. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all so very much. Yeah, I recently purchased a new acrylic brush, and I want to bling it out, but the way the brush is made, it's a Kiara Sky brush, acrylic brush. I bought a number 18, but I want to bling it out, but I'm not sure how I want to bling it out. So I don't know. I might bling it out. I might not. But this is my tried and true brush. This brush right here, I paid like 35 bucks, I think, for from Amazon. And I've been using this brush for a very long time. It has not failed me yet. I love the weight. When it comes down to my brushes, the weight matters to me. Or it kind of like throws me off until I get used to the brush. And this brush is like a little bit weighted, and it allows me to move freely. And I'm kind of used to it, and I know I wanted a better brush, so I bought another new one, which I have like tons of brushes, but I bought another new one, and I haven't even used it yet because I just can't like let her go. I can't let this one go. But I'll be breaking the other one in soon. I do have a update, you guys, of my VSG journey coming up. I have been struggling in that department. I'll tell you guys about it whenever I get a chance to get that video out, but that is upcoming next. I did have a few vendor videos I needed to get out first, so you guys be looking for that as well. I'm like, relax your thumb, relax your thumb. Like, she's so tensed up. It gets real serious, y'all, when it's time to go to work. It gets real serious. I'm like, honey, calm down, relax your thumb. Are you gonna be late for real? Yeah, I got flagged for some music that I used on my last video. So I'm not gonna put any music to this video. And I hope it's not too boring for you guys. But until I can find some music that I can use that's not copyrighted, I won't be adding any music to my videos because I don't want to intrude on nobody else or impose on nobody else's the coins. So okay. So I have completed laying the acrylic on both hands. And so now we're just getting ready to go in and add her designer stickers, which is the product that she chose. And it's just simply one little sticker on both of her ring fingers. She wanted this really simple. It turned out really cute though. Okay. So now I'm just gonna encap her with some clear. Okay. Got our handy dandy dust collector. And I'm just taking this 80 grit hand file, and I'm cleaning up down the sides of her nail wall, just making sure everything is straight and in line and neat and uniformed and everything like that. For some reason, I always like, my steps are my steps. I know everybody do things a different way, but for me, I always like to file with my hand file first, shaping the nail so that the shape really starts to come through. Like, you can already see it because you shape your nail tips beforehand, and then once you're done, like, you have to do just like a minimum amount of shaping afterwards. But if you use your hand file first, and then after using your hand file and you got your shape crisp, then you go back. It's not really crisp, but the nail tip is crisp. The whole shape of the nail is not crisp until the finish, but when you got that tip crisp on the sides and at the end where you can see your shape, it's easier for me when you're ready to e-file, for you to just smooth everything out on the top, and it brings everything together. It's like putting icing on the cake. But as you can see, I'm filing and there is not a whole lot of dust at all. And you know that there is dust from me filing that much, but it's just going right into this dust collector. And when I tell y'all I like it. I was about to brush the table off. It's like a habit. I'm telling you, I'm definitely a creature of habit. But it was nothing to dust. So I just laid the brush down, like, let it go. And so now I'm just taking my e-file and, like I said, bringing everything together, doing the little finishing touches. See how much dust we can kick up. I'm literally like, why did I wait so long? Like, I should have been purchased a nail dust collector, because I remember about a couple of weeks ago, my daughter did my wig install, and I had just got my hair done, y'all, and I had to go and do clients, and I literally got up dusty, and it was to the point where I was like, I think I'm gonna start wearing a bonnet when it's time to do my clients. And I'm like, I cannot be sitting up there with no whole bonnet on my head trying to do my clients. Like, that's not me. I know it's okay for some people, but for me, it's not okay. Like, I feel like the bonnet is for sleeping, and once you're done sleeping, the bonnet comes off. And I wrestled with that for me, and I was like, I'm not sitting up there with no bonnet on my head trying to do my clients, especially like when you have first time clients. It's like you want to present yourself in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? First impressions are everything. And I'm a true believer of that. So I'm definitely not sitting up there with no bonnet, making my clients think I don't care about my appearance. I care. I care. I'm in the beauty industry, and it matters. You're supposed to present yourself as beautiful, and your work is beautiful in the beauty industry. But I'm just doing a little cleanup. And like I said before, kicking up as much dust as possible so we can see how well this dust collector really works. Does it really do its thing? Overall, y'all, I do have a little bit of dust. It looks like towards my lap, but the only time I'm getting dust like in my lap is when I forget to not move my hand from over this nail collector, and it gets in my lap because I'm not over the nail collector. But it's only a minimum amount. I have to say that, because even though I'm closer, like off of the end of the table towards myself, the air is still being, the dust and stuff, the dust particles are still being drawn inside. So probably maybe only the more heavier pieces are like falling in my lap, but it's not very many at all. Like, I can barely see it. But I did notice earlier that that was not happening. But as you can see, I'm moving off of the screen towards the bottom a little bit. And I do see a little bit of nail dust in my lap, but that is completely on me. That's my fault for moving out of the area where I was using the e-file. So I'm just dusting everything off, and we're going to apply the top coat. And these are the last finishing touches so I can get her out the door. It's a cute set though. You can never go wrong with white nails or white toes. Okay, so those are cute. Okay, so that concludes the video, this review today. I would like to tell you guys that at the end of doing this review, I removed the filter from the nail dust collector and dusted it off in the trash can. You guys won't believe how much dust collected from just this one client. So in my honest opinion, I feel like the Melody Susie Dust Collector did its job. It did what it was created to do. I'm very pleased. I do recommend that this is a purchase that you can make, something to add to your collection of nail items and necessities. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning into this video. I'm very pleased with my nail dust collector. Thank you, Melody Susie, for reaching out to me and giving me this opportunity. You guys don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. By all means, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in and have a great night. Bye.